Hey y'all, it is Becca here for part 2 of water bath canning pickled beets. So sorry about the internet interruption. There's just some stormy weather here happening in South Texas, and it broke it off. And we're gonna try and finish this off in a part 2 video. So our beets are ready. I'm heating up my lids, my canning lids here, and this here. So I've got. Let's see what I'm up to. Alright, so I got my hot jars, and I had my canning funnel, and I'm using it elsewhere, and I honestly don't know where I put the darn thing. So I'm going to put in my half a cup of liquid. And I'm going to add beet. We're just going to roll with it because I totally forgot. I didn't know where I put my canning funnel. I did test the beets. They are fork tender. That'll be fine. They're not going to overcook. They're a nice chunky French fry kind of style, so they'll still be good. And we do want to get these in here so they fit. Just cut those in half. We want an inch of headspace. Too many beets. Too many beets. Get out. Alright, that looks pretty good. I've already got my sugar, vinegar, and salt mixture in here. I'm going to add the rest of my beet juice to cover. And leave an inch of headspace. And we're going to add 2 cloves to each jar. Don't forget to debubble. Make sure there's no bubbles in your jars. So you're just going to take a chopstick or straw or whatever you got that's kind of pokey and just kind of poke these all around a bit. And then wipe the lid of your jar. Doesn't have to be vinegar. You just use like a clean wet rag. I'm going to grab our hut lid. I know some people don't use hut lids. I prefer to because I feel like I get a better seal. And kind of finger tight. I'm just going to move this one over here until I get all 4 ready. Here's my other jar. I'm going to put in half a cup of liquid. Get our beets in here. Get in there, buddy. This would be less messy if I had my funnel, which no idea where I put it the other day. I was using it. Put some more beet juice here. An inch of headspace. Forget to debubble each jar. That's why I try to do one at a time, because I'll like forget that did I debubble that one? Did I not do that one? So I try to just do one at a time. We've got our water at a boil here as well. lid. Just finger tight. Send it over here. Oh, which one did I just do? This one? I forgot my cloves. See? Don't forget the cloves. Cloves in there, and that on. I did the cloves in this one, right? Should be at the top. I'm going to add them again, so I just don't remember. I already forgot. One might be a little extra clovey. That's okay. So, I've got 2 cloves in it. I already have some cloves in here, I see, from my mixture, so I think just one jar is going to have 2 extra cloves. Okay. Oops, that one's going to the dog. Making a big old mess here. Alright. Couple more maybe. Get some extra beet juice to make that 1-inch headspace. There. Might actually be too many beets. You want your beets submerged under the liquid. So if you need to adjust your liquid a little bit or adjust your beets, now's a good time to do it. Make sure you wipe each rim. Very hot, very hot. Ooh. Like I said, I'm probably going to get about 7 jars. So I'm going to do 4 now and show you guys the 4. And then I'll just finish the rest on my own. Ooh, that is hot. Very hot. I'm going to put my 2 cloves in now before I forget. 2 cloves. Alright, we're good with that. So now's a good time, if you've got some more jars that you need to get in the hot water, now's a good time to put them in there while these are water bath canning. Ooh, making a mess. Alright, maybe just a couple more beets. Maybe some small ones. I like to get them as full as I can. Get that 1-inch headspace. Make sure you debubble again. Make sure all your beets are submerged. Grab your lid. Ooh, hot. Alright, so I got all 4 jars ready. Got boiling water over here. Just hot jars, hot liquid. This should go really well. Just go slow. You don't have to drop it in there real super hot fast. You don't want your jars to crack. Take your time. I just like to have them all ready to go in the water at the same time. You do want the water to be covering your jars, which they are. I'm going to put that on top. And so we're going to go for 15 minutes on the clock. Alright, those taste fabulous. Yummy. Drop that in. One, two. Here's my other clean jar. I'm just going to get it so it's hot. Put it in there slowly. This one's going to the dog. He's gonna love it. In the sink. So we got that timing. Got at least 3 more jars of beets, I believe. So a half cup per jar, so that's 3/4 of a cup of vinegar. 3 tablespoons per jar of light brown sugar. 1 jar. 3, that's 2 jars. 1, 2, 3, that's 3 jars. And we want our pickle salt, 1/4 teaspoon each, so that's 3 jars. So I'm going to do 1/4 teaspoon for each jar, so that's 3/4 of a teaspoon. Our pickling salt. And I'm just going to get this heated up so that it's hot and dissolved. That. Beet juice everywhere. She's got the beet. Back to this burner. Move this over here. Now, because it's water bath canning, I don't want this completely sealed to pressure can because that will be really hard to get out. So I've got it just kind of open. And we got 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes on the clock. Got our brine, our pickling brine ready. Give it a good stir, make sure everything's well dissolved. Cloves ready. Seven more minutes or so. So if you, again, just to reiterate, if you were doing pint-sized jars, you would water bath them for 10 minutes. Since these are quarts, or 15. If you're doing this size jar, which is the pint and a half jar, the jar that's in between the pint and a quart, you would do this the same time as your quart jars. Don't ever go down. You've got to make sure that you do the same time for a pint and a half jar as you do your quart jars. So 15 minutes for this one, 15 for this one. Five more minutes. Woo! And then we have beautiful pickled beets that will be ready to enjoy in 3 to 5 days. If you let them go longer, I promise they will taste even better. These are last year's beets, and we opened up a jar recently. They are super delicious. And something else, I don't know, I think I mentioned in the last video, in part 1, but if you're catching part 2, another thing, once you eat your beets, once you open up your sealed jar, you want to put it in the fridge and chill it. Don't drain your beet juice. Boil up some eggs and peel the shells and put your boiled, peeled eggs in here and let them chill for anywhere for 3 to 5 days, and you end up with these beautiful purple pickled beets that taste amazing. Your kids will love them for Easter. They're super fun, super tasty, and absolutely beautiful. They'll have like a yellow center with a purple ring around the yolk, and you'll have these pinky purple eggs that are just so adorable. Super fun. So you get double use out of your beet juice there. And if you've got beets, and I'll post this video later today, you can get them done in time for Easter. And for Easter Sunday, you guys could have some beautiful pickles. You can do the refrigerator version or the canned water bath canning version. Have them ready in time for Easter Sunday. Like a great little appetizer snack. So it looks like rain. Pretty stormy looking out there. Mermaid. Uh-oh. Whoops. Drop the dog food again. He's in the fridge. Nothing broke. Nothing broke. We're all good. Yay. Well, I'm gonna call this. I don't know. Quarter cup. No, half a cup. Sorry. Maybe I just have 2 jars. Maybe my beet shrunk a little bit. And just repeating the process. I guess the beet shrank a little. Okay, that's the last of my beets. I kind of thought I would get 7 jars, but it looks like I'm getting more like 6. Fill these up to get my recipes. I don't have enough to do 5 jars, so I'm just going to split them between the last 2 quart jars and call it good. I have no more beets left, so this is the last of my beets, so I don't have any more beets left. We're just going to fill this up. Make sure you bubble. It should be a lot easier because there's less beets. But something you still want to do, there might be some stray random bubble. Wipe off your rims. Add your 2 cloves to each jar. One extra jumped in. Okay, that's how that one went. Got our lids. We are at 15 minutes, so I'm just gonna slowly pull my jar out, set it on my towel. Make sure you're not setting these on your kitchen counter. You can crack the glass because your countertop will be too cold. Always make sure you have some old rag or old towel on your counter that you're placing your jars on. And be sure to place them about 1 to 2 inches apart so that they cool down evenly. You should hear popping. That means it's sealed, which didn't quite happen just yet, but it should. And we're going to put our other 2 jars into our boiling water slowly and set those for 15 minutes as well. I don't quite have enough water because there's only 2 jars, so I'm going to take my extra hot boiling water here and cover my jars. And high. So I did think I was going to have enough for 7 jars. It's not too much of a waste. I had some extra vinegar and sugar and salt, but I guess better to have a little bit extra that's versus, it'll work out. So we got 6 jars total out of about 15 beets. And I hope you guys try out this recipe. And yeah, you're just waiting for these to ting, ting, ting. We will do it as they start to cool down. Don't want to make the videos too long. I think the last one was about 45 minutes and this one's going on about 30 minutes. Should be clear enough. I will type up the recipe. Again, if you have any beet recipes that you love to cook up with or I'd love to check them out or try them out. Or if you have any other low budget Depression era vintage recipes, I'm trying to add them to a blog that I have on Facebook. I'll put the link down below. It's called Low Budget Vintage Recipes, and it's a place where I'm trying to share all of our family recipes and any time-tested Depression-era low-budget recipes that are tasty to share with other families that may be struggling during these times, and just have a place to go where we don't lose this knowledge and we can put these recipes in our pantry boxes and pass them down from generation to generation. My grandma is 102 years old. She's still alive and well, and I love sharing our family recipes. And I just don't want the knowledge to disappear. So if you have young children or young girls or young boys that love to cook, these are some great recipes to get started with. You can do this as a refrigerator recipe, a water bath canning recipe, or you don't need to pressure can these because these are acidic with the vinegar added to it. And I hope you guys enjoy it and try it out. So thanks for hanging out with me in my tiny kitchen here at Becca's by the Bay Homestead. And we will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for joining me. And like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.